channel. It's a brand new live today. Today we are going to make sweet potato bread. Oh my goodness. I forgot what we were about to make. And I forgot to plug in my mic. The chaos already begins. I don't even see our poll. Just give me one quick second, please. Okay, I'm back. My apologies for the chaotic start. I'm not sure what's happening. My poll is not reflecting here, so you guys are going to have to keep track for me. But anyways, we're going to be making sweet potato sourdough bread. Now, I've decided already it is going to be one, a loaf, two into mini buns. Fingers crossed. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Reason being, this dough, I suspect, is going to be very, very, very sticky. Okay. So we have sweet potato. We have a little bit of sugar, flour. We're going to add some water. And the most important thing will be the discard right here. We've had Fred since March. So that's what we have. I've been nurturing, taking care of him, but he's on another level. He does his own thing, and it is what it is. I know. I feel like I'm not even here. I'm all over the place. Okay, so for this recipe, hopefully you could see. Just want to make sure. We're going to be adding the wet ingredients. I'm going to do the discard first, and then I'm going to add the water, mix that together, add the sugar, mix, and then I'm going to add the sweet potato. Like I said yesterday, if you were here, it is all about technique, and sometimes it really is about when you add an ingredient that makes a difference. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does make a difference. So this is day 2 of our sourdough series. If you are just joining, we have 7 days of sourdough. We started yesterday, and today is day number 2. So don't forget to vote for what you want to see tomorrow, because it's going to be fun. So this is my discard. Super active, super yeasty. And this is what we're using today. I have to get my ingredients. So for the discard, it should be about 300 grams. Should be, keyword. But it's very, very active. He's been sitting at room temperature since about 8 o'clock this morning, which is a good thing for me, because it's just easier to work with. When it's cold, it's super thick, super heavy, just needs a little time to get activated, which is fine. But it's okay. We're going to make it work. Now, for this particular bread, I honestly think you can make it into like a dessert bread. So think of like French toast. If you want to make French toast, think of stuff like that. You should be able to. You would just probably you wouldn't even have to up the sugar. You would probably just add a bit more spices just to spice it up. But either way. So we have 300 grams of discard. We're going to start with 60 grams of water. The total should be about 100 grams, depending on how wet your sweet potato is, right? So this is about 60 grams of water. So I'm going to mix it in just so you can see this is what it's looking like. And I like doing this as I would if I was using regular yeast. I would mix it in with the water and a little bit of sugar. But because this is the discard, I just want to make sure the water is completely distributed. The yeast discard is completely mixed in. There's no lumps. Nothing gets left behind. This is just my way of doing things. Is it necessary? Maybe not, but it's the way I do stuff. Okay, there we go. So now that we have that here, we're going to add in the sugar. Now, if you don't want to use sugar, you can use possibly honey, maybe maple syrup, but I would more go with honey over sugar if you don't want to use sugar, which is fine. So for the sugar, we're adding about 15 grams. I mean, if you go over 15 grams by like 1 or 2, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. So we're going to mix the sugar in just a little. And my sugar has a hint of vanilla because I do make vanilla sugar. So that is what, if you see little black specks, it's just the vanilla. You can use plain sugar, you can use honey. Honestly, I would experiment. I would probably use maple syrup. Like, that's just me. Instead of water, you can probably use milk, anything like that. You can use it. It should be fine. So this is what it's looking like. Everything is mixed in. This is your discard, your sugar, and your water. And we should be fine. So the next thing that I'm going to add, since it's also wet, it's not liquid, but it is wet, would be the sweet potatoes. So I roasted 1 sweet potato in my oven. Now, I was hoping the sweet potato had more color. It doesn't. So I feel like they picked it before it matured because it's on the cusp of turning into that perfect sweet potato we normally get for like not pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie. But this is the color I have, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. So I just use a large sweet potato, and let me just mash it in a little. I roasted it in the oven. If you don't want to roast it in the oven, honestly, you can cook it on the stove, but roasting just brings out more of the flavor, like the sweetness of it. So that's a good thing. So this is about 270 grams of sweet potato. But you know, some sweet potatoes are bigger than others. So you can go as far as adding about 350 grams. Just depends on the size of your sweet potato. So if you have 2 small ones, as long as it's close to 300, I don't see the issue. I don't. Now, if you want a really, 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 really potent sweet potato flavor, I feel like the majority of this has to be sweet potato. Have I tried that? No. So I'm just telling you things that might help you. Okay, so now that we have that in, remember we only added 60 grams of water. So we're going to see how this looks. And if you guys, by any chance, happen to say anything in the chat, I'm now seeing it. I wasn't even able to see before. You're welcome. What's your name? Kenya. Hi, Kenya. I was just mentioning I wasn't able to see the chat. I don't know what's going on with my feed. But yeah, so we're going to push this in. Now, you see how this is lumpy? Please mash your sweet potatoes before, okay? Do not do what I just did. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? They're soft enough, they will break apart when you're mixing in like the flour and stuff like that. But you essentially want it to be smooth, okay? Sometimes my brain goes before my hands and I do all these weird stuff. But you want to essentially mash it. If you want, you can mash it with the sugar. You want to put some spices in there, you can. You can mash it that way and then add it in. You can do it however you want, but just ensure that it's completely like mashed. I'm not a fan of breads that have like, it's weird. Like I like raisins in my bread, but I don't like other things, lumps of anything. Like it's weird. I like cheese, but cheese isn't lumpy. So we'll see. So yeah, the goal honestly of this live series is to make whatever we could possibly make with sourdough. So it might sound crazy to others, and then here I come saying we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that and this and that. So that's pretty much the goal, honestly, is to make whatever we can with the discard. I've been trying to use this discard up since March. Okay, we're in July. It's rough. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Picture it as a smooth paste. Don't worry about what it's looking like. It'll come together. It better come together. Now for the flour, this is just regular all-purpose flour. I've never used bread flour, like ever. I will eventually, but this is all-purpose flour. Any brand works, it's fine. So we're gonna add about 400 grams of flour, roughly, and then we're gonna mix it. But I also want to add spices into this. So I'm just gonna add maybe about half teaspoon of cinnamon. Because honestly, I know myself. I will probably turn this dough into a cinnamon roll. I promise you. And then we're gonna add some salt. So salt is about 5 grams, which is roughly 1 teaspoon. And I'm gonna mix the salt and the cinnamon into the flour with my hand before I mix it. Now, for the salt, before anything, I don't add it into my discard. It's just a rule of thumb that I have because I know salt actually kills yeast, and this is just natural yeast. So I don't want to take the chance. Again, if you do it and it works, kudos to you. These are just my little silly rules that I have when it comes to baking. So I'm going to hook my mixer up. Yes, I'm a mixer girl when it comes to certain breads. I really am. I like convenience. I do. Where's my dough hook? There we go. I do. I like making my life easy. Now, this dough is going to be sticky. I promise you. It's going to be tacky. We also need butter. Cannot forget the butter. But the butter is not going to be added just yet. We're going to mix it in. So I'm going to bring you closer so you can see. We're up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you. Stop embarrassing me, okay? We have company. Jeez. So we're gonna mix just so that you get an idea of what it looks like. Now it's gonna start off dry and it's gonna look like it's not doing anything. How do I know? I tried it this morning. It's a whole mess. But we're gonna make it work. We are gonna make it work. And because I'm testing the starter, the strength of, not my starter, but the discard, I want to make sure I make things without the need for yeast. All you need is like a little patience, a little time, and it will work. That's what I'm out here doing, experimenting. So we're probably going to need to add the water, which is fine. So that would be about 40 extra grams because we added 60. Again, it all depends on how wet your sweet potato dough is. Not the dough, but the sweet potato. Because you know some sweet potatoes are more juicy than others. It all depends. It really does all depend on what you have. So you see the little lumps of sweet potato? That's not what I was going for. So mash it before you put it in. I promise you, it'll be better, way better. And so for the butter, now I have also have this rule about butter. There's just never enough butter. So if the recipe calls for like 15 grams, I would all put in 20 just because. But this is butter that I made a few days ago, homemade. So I'm happy for that. And I didn't use the buttermilk in this one. I'm saving the buttermilk for other recipes that we have coming up. So let's see. Okay, so the dough is looking really dry and stiff right now. I mean, it's okay. It needs not to embarrass me while we're on live. I'm telling you, every time I come on live, something happens and it makes it look like I don't know what I'm doing. Always. Always. Yesterday we made sourdough pasta, ravioli. Oh, it was so good to eat. But the process, baby, no ma'am. No bueno. It's a lot of work. I'm also adding in the butter. The recipe's calling for 15 grams. I just added 20. So we're going to mix this in until it combines and see what else can come out of this. And I know I said the dough was sticky. This is looking like I'm lying because it's looking real rough right now. Like real rough. But also too, whenever the butter gets in, if you don't bake, whenever the butter gets into the dough, if it's not mixed in before, it will start to do this. Like, looks like it's not doing anything, not mixing, not pulling away from the side. But after a while, that should happen. And if it doesn't, you just use your trusty spatula and fix it. That's all. But you just give it some time, let it mix. If you were doing this by hand, you mix everything by your in a spoon with a bowl, and then you knead it on the counter. My brain, okay? But because I like to like make sure, as you can see, I still have lumps of butter right here. And the butter was cold. If it was at room temperature, it would be this would look a lot looser. But honestly, I'm okay. I'm seeing lumps of sweet potato, which is fine. It's okay. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. So again, if you're just following, we are doing a sourdough sweet potato bread. And this is day 2 of 7. Yesterday we made ravioli. You can check out the live bomb. Today we're doing this. Tomorrow you guys get to vote for what we're going to be doing. I am not sure. I can't even see the polls. Normally I'm able to see, but I'm not sure. I can't see. So once the live is done, I'll see what you guys voted for. So we're going to be doing this for the next 5 days. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Okay, so this is what it looks like once it's like mixed and everything is incorporated. And you can get yourself a bench scraper, a bowl scraper actually. This is a bowl scraper. And this is a bench scraper. This is what you typically use on your work surface. And this is what you would use in a bowl. You can still use this on the work surface, but this is a bowl scraper. In case you didn't know. Okay, so I like to get in here and just to show you right now, it's a bit sticky, right? Once I mix it in a little more, it still should be a little sticky, but more on the tacky side, which is fine. Because you don't want it to be sticky. It wouldn't be sticky like, say, a brioche. Because brioche is just sticky through and through. But it should be tacky. Like it's tacky, but it's still on the sticky side. So we're gonna mix it in a little more. And then we're gonna move it to the bowl. So about 8 to 10 minutes. If your mixer is on the slow side, you can keep it a little longer in the mixer. You kind of just do whatever works for you, and you should be looking for it to pull away from the sides and from the bottom. That's how I gauge it. Because for this particular dough, you're not going to see a full window pane. Because, most people do a window pane test. You're not going to see a full window pane. But you can see the indications. It's coming off from the side. Everything looks fine. So that should be it. So I'm going to get my bowl ready so that I can show you what we're doing after. So I just have this big salad bowl. Got it from the dollar store. Any which way is fine. Anything you have, you can even put it back in the mixing bowl. That's also fine. Okay. Yeah, so see, it's tacky, not necessarily sticky, right? So you see that there. So we're gonna mix that a little bit. So for your bowl, whatever bowl you have, you're gonna lightly oil it because the dough is on the sticky side. You don't want it to stick to the bottom of your bowl. Now you can very well grease it and it'll stick, but it'll be easier to come out. Ask me how I know. I've done this. When the recipe calls for me to oil it, I'm like, I don't need to put any oil on it, and then boom, we have a problem. So I'm just using vegetable oil. You can use any type of oil. I feel like you can use butter. Butter is all you have. Whatever it is, you just lightly oil it. Whoop. That's a bit much, but that's still okay. It's a big bowl. So we're gonna lightly oil that. Have that ready. I just wanna get that off. And the dough should be ready. I'm gonna pull it out to show you what it should be looking like. I'm telling you, this would make a very nice cinnamon roll. And I know that's what I'm about to do. This is what the dough looks like. See how it's moving? It's soft. It is very, very soft. Now, to handle it, you either oil your hands. I'm just going to use oil since we're oiling the bowl. Or you can lightly wet it. Right? So I'm just scraping down the sides to make sure I get everything out that I want. The butter is all incorporated. The sweet potatoes all melted away, most of it. And remember, this sweet potato didn't have a lot of color. I swear it's almost albino. Didn't have a lot of color, which is fine. Still a sweet potato. We love everything around here. Okay, so see, that's what it's looking like, which is cool. Now I'm just going to oil my hands a little just to handle it. I'm not putting it on the counter to form a ball or anything. Most of the time, that's what would happen with a bread dough. But I'm about to do that with this one. This one has its own mind. I can tell you right now, I want to do something with it. It's going to have its own idea of what it wants to happen. How do I know? This always happens. It always happens in my live streams. 100%. Always happens. Okay. So I'm going to get the dough up. See? Once you oil your hands, it should be fine. And I just want to put it here. That's as far as it's gonna go in terms of the shaping for resting, because it's gonna rest, it's gonna expand. We don't need to do anything fancy, honestly. It'll be fine. But if you want to do, you can ball it up. Do whatever makes you comfortable when you're baking your bread. Now, do I think this is gonna come out? I think so. I always say I don't know, and then it comes out, but I think it is. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna cover it, plastic wrap, foil, whatever you have. You just want to make sure it's sealed so that it rests. And you're gonna put it in a warm place for 3 to 4 hours. And my warm place is my oven with my light on. And that works. Just leave it. Leave it alone. That's it. So this is what your dough is going to look like when you rest it. When you use a rich colored sweet potato, it'll be a lot redder. Orange, pink, whatever color it is. You'll know the difference. Mine just didn't have enough color, but it is a sweet potato. So this is what it's going to look like, okay? So we're going to put it in the oven with the light on, and we're going to be fine. Okay? So oven, light on, leave it for 3 hours. This one, 3 to 4 hours, depending on the warmth, I should say. Okay? This baby was in the oven for 3 hours to be exact. As you can see, this is what the bottom sides are looking like. They look good. I'm scared. I'm scared because I know the dough is soft and it's nice and warm, okay? Got some air. It's nice and warm. But yeah, see? It's a sticky dough. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. What? Now, is this going to work, guys? I don't know. Why I don't know? Because this is my first time making this. This is my first time creating a recipe to do this. It's also my first time I don't know. Where's my flour? I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I had a moment. I'm going to lightly, just lightly, might need more, flour out this work surface. Oh, baby. Okay, flour on the hand works. Are you why do you feel like look at all that oof, child. I feel like um it's okay. I can fix this. I will fix this. It's feeling like a brioche dough. It really is. It's feeling like a serious, I don't want this one. Like a serious brioche dough, which also feels like it's not going to make a good standalone bread because of how soft it is. Maybe it's in there. My oven was a bit too warm, but it's okay. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, I'm gonna make some rolls. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking that might help, and the leftovers will try to make the bread. Even if it goes into a loaf pan, we'll do that. I need my parchment. I'm trying to use things that don't stick on the dough because I'm not about all of this. And I'm letting it catch some air. I have my fan on here. I'm just letting it catch some air because air is a no-no for dough. However, just a little bit of air might actually help me be able to move this dough, right? Because right now it's looking real unfamiliar. Okay. This is looking real like iffy, but I know it's going to taste good. I know it's going to taste good. I believe that. Shape wise, baby, I don't know. Hey T, how you doing? Because I do have a sweet potato bread recipe on my channel, but it ain't this one. And this is going to live on the internet forever. Forever. Okay, let us try. I'm, as you can see, you see what I'm doing, right? I'm trying to make sure the parts that are super soft, because the dough is warm, have a little flour to absorb some of the moisture that's in here from the warmth. Okay. I think these rolls can be about. Yo, are you even going to hold your shape at this point? Listen, stop it. Be nice for mommy, please, and thank you. Yeah, I might just turn this into a cinnamon roll. Yeah, it's still too soft. It's warm. And I guess this is where they say dough temperature is important. This is warm. Very warm. What you saying, T? Yes, you did, girl. You sure did. Okay. We're just gonna go all in. No hesitation. Again, I'm trying to stop it. Okay, let's do this. That's big. I think I want the balls to be about 60 to 70 grams. That's still too big. Okay, that's about 76. I can take 76. I'm also gonna, instead of doing a free form dough, I'm going to put it in my loaf pan because if the dough's not gonna act right, I'm gonna make it act right. That's just how I see it. Okay, roughly the same. Yeah, this dough is like, I'm not trying to do anything you say. How much flour is this even? Don't worry, once I'm done, I will adjust the recipe to make sure that you guys have the correct. Not that this isn't correct, but as you can see, I'm adding more flour, right? Because one, my place is warm, and two, the dough's doing whatever it wants to do. This is bread. 75. Uh, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna plop it in the bread pan for sure because I ain't about to do all of this. This is just, it's just out here acting like it's a brioche and it's not. But that's the thing. The sweet potato adds a lot of moisture. So that's why it was important for the water. Maybe if I had left it at 60 grams water and not actually put the full 100, maybe it would be a little more firm. But this is what we have. This is what we're going to use. That is fine. So right now I'm separated into about 75 grams for the balls. Hopefully it works. Oh, this is Junior, okay? Frederica's been in the fridge hiding out because she was acting up a couple weeks ago, so I put it in timeout, okay? But this is Junior. Junior out here acting like we didn't just make ravioli yesterday, okay? He out here showing out and trying to embarrass me. Like I didn't put him through a good school. Man went to private school and everything. This is too much. Where's my flour? You know, I tucked my flour away because I didn't think I was going to need it. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. But we're going to make it work. I'm telling you, every time I think something's planned out, here goes Fred, his children. And in case you were wondering, Fred is the name of the starter. Yeah, Junior got the attitude right now. I'm using him too much right now, apparently. Okay, 75. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see if I can guess 7. That is 6. Why would I want 7? No, that's not 6. That's 5. Girl, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's 6. Why would I need 7? Okay. Yes, that's 6. We're gonna do 6 balls and then let me clean my hands. And then we're gonna plop this in a loaf pan because you know, I'm like, Junior's like, well, I told you to get regular sweet potato. And I'm like, but I did get regular sweet potato. It's just not working out. But it's fine. We're gonna make it work. So I am gonna be using just my regular loaf pan because that's just what I have. It's gonna be sticky, yo. It's gonna be sticky. because it's just not holding its shape. Like it's deflating. What are you doing? Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna try to do a little shaping, because the more shaping, the tighter the coil, like the crumb would be. But this is really, really soft. I underestimated how soft this was going to be. I really did. But like I said, catching a little air right now is probably for the best. Because at least it allows a little skin to be formed. And we don't necessarily like skins when it comes to baking bread. But clearly, this one needs something. See now, if we weren't on live, I would have baked this like this. But I know it's not going to come out. Ask me how I know. How many breads did we try to bake on live? And we made flatbread. Y'all better recognize. Okay, I'm going to put parchment in this, because I don't want it doing anything unexpected. I don't know. Maybe instead of the 100 grams, you put 60 grams of flour. Not flour. Water. Never fails, man. It never fails. I promise you. You know, I don't even need to convince y'all. I know I can bake, and I know I can cook. I just don't know what's going on here. Okay, they're coming together. Don't worry. We're gonna do another round of folding. We're coming together. We got this. Y'all can see? There we go. No, it's coming. It's coming. That little skin forming is good. But as you can see, I'm not even using my hands because it's really soft. So if you have like a bench scraper, bowl scraper, you can easily do it. See, I'm out here giving you gems. The bread now might be what I want it to be, but you can get some technique out of this. Just make it tight. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Maybe the dough just needed more developing. Who knows? This one was made at 8 this morning. That could be why. But the dough temperature was really hot when I pulled it out. My oven just does whatever it wants to do. Okay, this is getting a nice skin formed, which is fine. Because the only other thing that I can think of is something going on with my starter, with my discard, but he is very active. So it should not be that. So it might just be the ratios of the product. So less water, maybe. Okay. Okay, see? We got something going. We got something going here. Okay, so we're gonna, I mean, this would be good to bake just like this. It might actually turn out. It might. Yeah, it could be. But I'm gonna plop in the Gonna let it rest in the loaf pan. This one. Is this the right size? Perfect. Okay. Let me get some flour all over this hand because baby, you're not about to stick to me or my equipment. What are we making? Are we making a loaf bread? What are we making here? Don't worry. You're gonna learn to act right, okay? Gosh. I don't understand what you're out here doing. So for the record, we already know this bread is gonna do whatever it wants to do, look however it wants to look, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I am 100% okay with that because I cannot control this anymore. This is just doing the most. I'm gonna cover it. Child, I don't even know what you're doing. I don't. I want to see how. Do you see how stretchy this is? What formation? But we gon' I got you. You're not about to embarrass me today. Don't worry, I got you. You don't want to act right? It's cool. Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna make a man out of you. That's okay. Yeah, we got this. I don't know about the one in the loaf pan, right? But I know the rolls are gonna be good. I'm honestly thinking it's gonna be delicious because we have the other dough in here, and I know once I sign off from you guys, I'm gonna turn that bad boy into a cinnamon roll. Okay, you already know. Is it gonna act right? I don't know. Am I gonna make it act right? Absolutely. Can you not move? Oh my god. I think it's just yes. I yell at my stuff sometimes. Okay. So this is a little ball. It looks like it's coming together. It looks like it's acting right. What'd you say? I've made sourdough fried dumpling. I have. I've made it before, girl. I've done it before. You know, the more I'm sitting here, the more I'm thinking about this. I don't know. I'm thinking the flour, it needs more flour. That's what I'm thinking. Because the way how it's soft, right? And don't get me wrong, I know doughs are soft. They have soft doughs that will still maintain their structure. But I don't know, this is not that. I really think this needed more flour. Just judging by how this just flatlined in here. Yeah. It really needed more flour. And just judging by touching it. This is the only way I can get a nice perfect ball. Because despite everything, I still like my rolls to look like rolls. Right? Listen! The sourdough out here just acting all the way up. Because look at this. See, if I roll this right now and put some cinnamon in here, boom, cinnamon roll. But that's just because it's around more flour. So I think that's the culprit. Not enough flour because I added what you call it? More water than needed, I guess. And then there was moisture in the sourdough, not the sourdough, the sweet potato, right? And then it's not giving the sweet potato color. Like, listen, everything is just going wrong. Everything. First the ravioli, which is very delicious, by the way. Now this. That's all I'm seeing. It probably could work because look at this. Look at this. What kind of bread is this? Hi, Mr. Perfection. Like, what type of bread is this going to be? Honestly. But I'm going to have faith. And to be honest, guys, I'm going to take this one out because I know it's flour. I know it's flour. It's missing flour. I know. It's only missing flour because of the added moisture. So if I stuck to the recipe, do as I say, not as I do, we probably wouldn't have this issue. Gosh, girl, pay attention. How you out here trying to show people what to do and you don't even know what you're doing? Listen, the struggle. Okay. Maybe once it's relaxed, once it gets some air, it puffs up. Who knows? It's going to be fluffy. It's going to be something. Look at this. Look at that. It's not supposed to do that. This is not supposed to happen. I promise you, I know how to bake. I promise you. There's evidence all over my page. All evidence. There's evidence all over it. Yeah, I really thought I was going to wake up today and today was going to be a good day. Oh, nice. Well, good luck because my starter is, well, the big boy is hungry, but this is his child, Fred Jr., and I keep him in the fridge. I'll show you guys in a second. He's super active, so I don't know what all of this is about. And I don't want to say I've been neglecting Fred, but Fred takes a lot of food. Don't be sad. I think what happened? Mine didn't do anything for a couple of days, and I was ready to throw it in, but then I just left it. And I just kept up with the feedings. And then one day he just decided to do whatever he wanted to do. And that's been our relationship ever since. He just does whatever he wants. I can't. Fred just does whatever. I think if you find a ratio that works and just start it from there. I'm not an expert, by the way. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? Okay, 5 seconds. We have something. Okay? We're going to put this in the oven in a warm place. It's in a warm place. This timer has 42 minutes. Are we going to need the full 42? No. I don't think so. But what's going to happen is I'm not baking this. I'm not embarrassing myself. I'm not about to do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Okay? I'm absolutely not. Honestly, my sourdough starter does not like whole wheat flour. I don't know why. Listen, I can make the same recipe with all-purpose flour and then add a little whole wheat flour. He's like, nah, I can't. I don't even know. Listen, maybe he needs to learn some rules of engagement. But no, I've had mine since March. The starter itself right now is at room temp. I'm tempted to put it in the fridge because I haven't used the starter in a while, but he seems fine. I know when he's hungry. Listen, we might get flat potato bread. I know. Listen, I need 5 minutes on you, okay? Because you're hurting my head. I'm going to show you the discard that we're using. This is Fred Jr., right? This is Junior. And this is him. He's very active. And I keep him in the fridge, right? Super yeasty. Frederica is in the fridge, but she's not being shown because she's on timeout, okay? She's a problem child. And it seems like Junior wants to go in timeout too. I don't even understand. And then I'm going to show you the dad because he needs to be refreshed, but I'm just not going to do that right now. So this is Fred. So this is the big boss, okay? Now, can you see the lines? Okay. If you can see, he's hungry right now. Yeah, okay, right here. So this was his first growth spurt. This is when I first refreshed it. That's where he grew to, right? And then I left him because I was like, you're fine. You have enough to eat. He dropped to here. I don't know if you can see the line right here. He dropped to this line. So this is the first one. This is the second one. And now he's just chilling, sitting pretty right here. I let him eat himself, man. He has enough food to eat himself before I even get worried that I need to do anything. Usually I refresh every day or every other day. It's too hot for me. I know it's too hot for you, but I ain't doing it. I'm sorry. Okay, girl. What are we about to do this? Because I'm not embarrassing myself anymore on this live stream. It's not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. It's not. It's not. Yeah, no, it'll start to stink when you don't do anything. But I smell it daily to see the smell. If it's still the scent that I know it's just hungry, we're good. If it's something where it's like, huh? No. Okay. I did say we're going to make sweet potato bread, right? Here's your bread dough, but you're not going to get a bread. You're going to get bread rolls. This ain't going to be a loaf pan. This is not going to be. Look at this. It's just, like, I don't even understand. So, I don't know. I wonder if we can turn this into like flatbread, like actual flatbread, like a pita bread. Do you think? Because it feels like it will be turned into one like that, right? It's just, unless I can get it to hold its shape as a round or a thing and not put it in a loaf. I don't think y'all understand the stress. I really think it's the flour. So I'm just gonna add some more flour. But as you can see, being exposed to the air has helped it a little. And clearly a skin was formed, but it's not something that's going to be detrimental to us. Okay. We have this dough to experiment. Because we have the other one, and I know I'm turning that one into a cinnamon roll. I just know it. Gonna act right today. Okay. I've dealt with dough like this pliability, but it's just not working. Okay, let us just work with it. Probably develop more structure. I'm not gonna add any more flour just yet. I'm gonna see if I can develop some more structure for it so that maybe it can be a standalone round, you know? Because I'm just thinking, I know it's going to be bomb cinnamon roll. I did say I was going to add flour, right? Whenever you see me do that, that's my intuition telling me to do it. Or, you know, you young folk like to say your ancestors. I know my ancestors are like, what is she doing? Like, what is she doing? Why is she even doing this? But we're gonna, I feel like maybe, yeah, it just needs some, just a little tender touch. We're gonna make a round. We're gonna make a round. So I'm not embarrassing myself like that. Now, the one thing that I'm gonna put out here is not a disclaimer. It's more of a, because it's not an actual starter, it's discard. We're not gonna get like super hyped, but we shouldn't get flatbread. I've made too many flatbreads on these live streams for this to happen today. Okay? No. I know it's gonna be delicious, guys. That is no question. The amount of manipulation this dough's been through, you better come out. You better come out. Yeah, okay. It's getting there. I know what I'm looking for in terms of feel and touch. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. It definitely needed a little more flour to just absorb the amount of liquid that was in the dough. Yeah. See? It still stretches, but it's so much better. Now I can actually use my hands. Oh, baby, thank you. Thank you. Oh, gosh. Just be acting up. Who's leading the polls? Because I can't see the poll for some strange reason. What does it look like we're making tomorrow? I forgot to add focaccia, but we can always add focaccia for the other days. Good. There you go. See, this is more like it. Yeah, it was the flour, guys. It was the flour. It needed more flour. And probably a little more mixing. To get the structure going. This is going to be a nice tight ball. Okay, I'm going to shake this now. I'm done playing. We're not playing with you anymore. Oh, ooh, cheese rolls. Cheese. That looks like it's good. Did anyone vote for cereal? Because why y'all hating on my cereal? Okay. Ooh, I felt like I just had surgery. Listen, we did surgery yesterday for them raviolis, and now sweet potato bread. Come on. Okay. Come on. Give me a nice shape. It's not deflating. It's looking good. Got it. We're good. Now I need to find a pan to put it on and let it rest. Listen, this is magic. Now picture me doing this for a video. The stress. The stress. Okay. The stress. The stress, the stress, the stress. But it's okay. I'm gonna put parchment on here. Whew. That took forever. All right. Whew. Cha. There we go. The one thing I didn't do because my brain wasn't working is cover it. So I know this has a skin on there already, but we're gonna cover. Why are you tearing? But we're gonna cover. So right now the timer is set for 30 minutes for warmth. I'm gonna add a little flour on top of this just so it doesn't stick to the plastic. We're gonna have that here. I'm gonna put these guys in here. And we're gonna close it. Oh! Okay. That was a bit much. That was a bit much. I'm gonna wash my hands now. So I needed to add more flour based on the liquid that I added. So the only other thing that I can suggest, if you keep the recipe the same, before you add the sweet potato, you probably mash it and drain the juice. But then that would just be like all the juice is gone. Well, what I would do is I will mash it, strain it, like squeeze out all the juice, and use the juice, like the water that's remaining from the sweet potato, and combine it with regular water to get the liquid amount I need in the recipe. That would make more sense than adding water on top of water on top of water, right? Yeah, I really think that, yeah. Oh, it's a whole workout, but I think that's what would make more sense. So to account for the water, because especially sweet potato, when you roast it, it releases a lot of water. Yeah, so the recipe can remain the same. You just have to account for the water in the sweet potato. Oh, these are things I'm learning along the way too. So we are learning together, guys. We really are. And it's fun. It's just, whew, it's a workout. It really is. It's definitely, it's yeah, I think that's what it is. That's the recipe I'm going to stick with anyway. It is. Whew. So how's your guys' day going? How's the day going? How's everyone? How's everyone doing? Thank you guys so much for joining. We are going to see what type of bread we end up with, because baby, sourdough is special. It's my child, right? But I talk to it like, why are you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? Because if this was regular bread, easy peasy. But I think because there's no commercial yeast, I'm thinking, like, I overthink sometimes because I don't know how the dough is supposed to actually work, right? Because to me, it's not like it doesn't work like a regular yeast bread or dough. It does, but sometimes if you put too much, because I've had this happen, if you put too much starter, it's gummy. If you don't put enough flour, it's gummy. If you put too much flour, it's dense. Like, so these are all these different things that I've picked up on. I make note of it. I write it when I write my blog posts on my website. Like, I put all the little extra things just to help you guys out because honestly, sometimes it's hard. You caught a cold. Ooh, that's not good. Is it the weather? It could be the weather. I hope you feel better. It really could be the weather. So your day is hectic at the moment. I think mine's about to get hectic. Like, just hectic. But mine's fun right now. I hope your day actually gets better and I hope you feel better. Because being sick is not cool. It's not the business, man. No, I'm not washing these right now because that's no. No. And I've been trying my best to limit the amount of dishes we have because washing dishes, I mean, I get paid to wash dishes, but no, I don't want to do it. I'm just soaking the flour stuff so that everything is good. But I'm excited to see. I feel like if it was in a loaf pan, perfect for French toast, right? Perfect. Perfect dessert breakfast bread. Hint of sweetness. Everything is good, so we should be fine. I'm just going to grab a glass of water. And we have about 25 minutes because that's all they're getting. And then what I'll do is I'll turn the other dough because, we made 2 doughs. I made one before I came on live and I made one with you guys. I'm going to turn that into a cinnamon roll. I might have to tweak it though. I'm going to turn it into a cinnamon roll and post the shorts. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff to do. But I'm excited because the cheese rolls, yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And to be honest, you guys can suggest something that you want to see because sometimes my brain goes blank. Okay. I put cereal on there because I know I want to make cereal at one point with my sourdough starter. The hot dog buns because I made lentil tofu hot dogs. So whatever you guys want to see, I think I'm going to put focaccia on there, either a savory focaccia or we can do a sweet one, maybe a fruit one, or like just a regular cinnamon one. Either way, we have a couple more days to figure it out. We do. We really do. But I think I'm going to put Freddie in the fridge because we're not using Junior right now. So he's going night-night. Because honestly, I don't even know. I'll show y'all Frederica because she's in timeout. I haven't opened her in a while. So I'm pretty sure she's at the top. Do you see all the bubbles? She's even active. She's super active. Banana bread. I've made banana bread before. It's on my channel. I can make it again. And I can definitely do pumpkin bread. I can do that too. I'll do the pumpkin. If I can find pumpkin now. Because go to the supermarket. Hey, do you guys have pumpkin? It's not fall. I eat pumpkin all year round. Like, what do you mean you only have pumpkin during Halloween season? Like, doesn't even make no sense. But anyways, this is Frederica, okay? She's the overflow from Junior. Yes. Super, super full. You see the discoloration? We're about to clean her up. The discoloration is because she's touching the top of the lid. Well, this. And she don't like it. So we gonna clean her up. Cause she out here exploding. I'm telling you, she got tucked away because she was just doing the most, man. Doing the most. So if I can find pumpkin, I promise you I'll do it, but I'll definitely be doing it for fall. So don't worry about that. Um, banana bread. I can do a bonus live for that because we did one already. There is a video on my channel with it. And a live stream. We did carrot cake already. We made brownies, donuts. We fried shrimp. We made crab cakes. We made pizza. Oh, that pizza live was hectic. Okay. Oh, that pizza live was hectic. We made pizza. We tried to make olive and rosemary bread, and that flatlined. We made naan. We made muffins. The cranberry muffins were good, but the strawberry muffins were epic fail. Don't know why. They were just out here to embarrass me. And yeah. So this is the only time you'd ever see me actually throwing out any bit of my discard. I'm just trying to get the discoloration off because of the space between her face and her cover. Yeah, we made a lot of different things with the sourdough. It's been fun. It's been fun and delicious. And as you can see, my belly is showing. No apologies. No apologies. We made hush puppies, banana fritters. What? Baby, we made a lot of stuff. So that's what this series is about. So right now I'm trying to use up what I have in the house before I actually decide to go like grocery shopping or anything. That's why we're doing like bread stuff. Pretty simple things, nothing that requires additional, like real additional ingredients. That's why this week seems a bit, you know, simple. But yesterday, oh, listen, I made ravioli. I can show y'all the ravioli. Baby, that almost took my life. Too much. Too much work. It's way too much. And I made butter, so I have buttermilk. Yes, this is what I have in my fridge. So tomorrow if cheesy bread wins, instead of water, we're gonna use buttermilk to use that up. Yes, it is. It's parchment paper. I just cover because the lid is metal and it's in the fridge. After some time, it might start to rust. It doesn't have an insert, so I just put parchment paper over it. Just so that when she decides to act up, it touches the parchment paper versus the lid while they're in the fridge. So the starter stays at room temp, and the discards, because for some strange reason, they are super, super, super active. And I'm not complaining. They're just like, if I leave them out at room temperature, they explode. That's why I moved them to the fridge, because one day I was upstairs, I came downstairs, my whole table was full of Fred Jr. Full of it. So let's gotta do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, they're looking good. They're looking good. And the other dough's looking nice and relaxed. So yeah, this is the parchment paper that I use. You can use anything. This is just brown parchment on a natural color. Reynolds. Yeah. This is called unbleached and compostable. That's what they call it. I just picked it up because I wanted a big batch. That's really it. No other reason but that. How's the weather by you guys? Because it's hot. I'm hot. And I'm going to show you. Let me show you. Because I need y'all to vote for the hot dog bread. Okay? Do you see these? I made these. These are lentil hot dogs. This is tofu. And if we make the hot dog bread, I'm going to use this to make my sandwich. Method to my madness, man. Method to my madness. So I'm gonna move out the bowl because we gotta preheat the oven soon. So this is the dough we mixed up on live, just so you can see. This is also wet and slippery and probably needs more flour, but that's okay. We're just gonna move this off the side. The place is warm, so it will be fine at room temperature. And we're gonna give this about 2 more minutes. And then we're gonna preheat the oven. Because this better works. It better work. It better work. Better work. That's all I got. It better work. It's going to work. It's gonna be delicious, but it better work. It better work. I think I'm gonna rub or brush, I should say, them with butter before the oven, or bake them for a little bit, then take them out, brush it with some butter, pop them back in. I think I'll do that because that'll give it an added flavor boost that we might need, but it should work. Because the reason being, because usually some people egg wash and pop it in. I don't egg wash anything sometimes. Because this is like, and that's how I know what to do or what not to do. I don't necessarily follow recipes because it's like, if you follow a recipe and then something goes wrong, how do you know how to fix it? So I like to bake it for like maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, probably 10, pull it out. And because my oven has a hot spot, I have to rotate it. So in doing so, when I pull it out, I'm going to brush it with some butter because that will just help. You can brush it with butter, add a little cinnamon sugar, add a little cinnamon. Listen, this is our experiment. But that other dough, we're making a cinnamon roll. No questions asked. That's it. So I'm going to melt some butter. And I'm so proud of my homemade butter, my homemade sourdough. I'm just out here making a whole bunch of stuff. You should see. You should see me on days where I'm like, ooh, what do we have in here to do and to make? Even ketchup. I'm going to make some ketchup. So yeah, we're going to brush with some butter. And butter is expensive here. Butter's like, I went to the supermarket yesterday. Butter was like $8.99. Why? There's no need. There's none. So whenever I go to the supermarket and cream is on sale, that's all I get. I buy the cream and I keep it. Sometimes I use it to cook, and other times, most of the time, I buy it for making butter because I cannot and will not. No. Before times, my freezer actually, because I used to buy butter and freeze it, it used to be filled with like 10 butter packs at a time. Now, you can barely find one. It is what it is. Okay. 11 minutes left on the timer. We're not going to run it all the way down, but they are looking good. The bun is going to have probably an open crease just because it's looking like that. I'll show you in a bit. So I'm going to take it out, and then we are going to preheat the oven. Okay, that's good. So our dough balls, they might get a little rise, just a little bit. This is what we have. They might get a, they might surprise me. Either way, it's gonna be good. I don't care. It's gonna be good. Either way. And then this is the little round one. See, it's more relaxed now. So we're probably this one probably needs more time. And I also noticed that it doesn't bounce back like your regular dough would. Like, you know, when you press a yeast dough and it's supposed to take a while to bounce back, I find it doesn't happen that often with sourdough, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just my brain. But either way, I've noticed a few things. So the little balls are looking like little hockey pucks, and we're gonna show them some love. It's fine. They might surprise us. They might just whoosh, explode. Or they might go this way instead of going up. I don't know. Either way, man. All right. We're gonna, right now I'm preheating at 400. And we'll see what comes of that. We'll see. So yeah, 400. I'm gonna turn the light off. Again, my oven, if you see me stopping and rotating, it's because my oven has a hot spot. And if I leave it at one side for too long, it will burn. I'm speaking from experience. It will burn. It will 100% burn. What is that? That looks like the vanilla thing. That's fine. But yeah, this one's gonna tear when it bakes. I already see that. Because if you can see the little ripples right here, it's definitely gonna tear when it bakes. But that's okay. Okay. The hard part is over because the struggle is real at this point. So what's the voting looking like? I don't know why I can't see my polls. This is just ridiculous. Usually I'm able to see it. And now it's not even showing up at all. I'm just reading the chat because I'm pretty sure I've missed some things. And it's my apologies, but you already know. All right. Preheating. Good. You know, I read somewhere that you can put for the sourdough bread, not the discard, but the ones made with the actual starter. When you bake it, you can bake it from a coal oven. I've never tested that theory. I would like to, but I don't think it would work with I don't know, maybe it would work with the discard. I never tested it, but I read that would help because you'll get a nice oven spring. But now I also want to put this disclaimer out here. For the discard bread, unless you specifically design a recipe to give you an airy crumb, this is going to be a regular breadcrumb. It's going to be tight. You might have some air pockets, but it is not going to be like those artisan breads with all the little fancy holes. So don't think about that when you're using your discard because you are going to be disappointed. I don't want you disappointed, okay? It's going to be a regular bread. Think about if you go to the supermarket and you buy a boule or buns, regular tight crust crumb, not airy but it's going to be delicious. It's going to be delicious. Okay. So, because I want to test the theory, I'm going to butter one. Just one first. I know this one's going to brown quickly. And the little rounds bake faster than the big ones. So, we're going to put a full probably 20-minute timer. And then probably 25 minutes. Because this is probably going to take 20-25 minutes. And this is probably going to take about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on my oven. But we'll see. I feel like I want to sprinkle a little sugar. But I'm going to put some cinnamon just to mark it. That's the only thing that I'm doing. It's just to mark it as the one that we just had the butter on first. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in the oven now. I'm going to set timer for 25 minutes. I'm going to give this like a full 5 minutes head start. And then I'm going to put this one in. Because I want to just give it time to rest. I don't like that there's flour sitting on this. Because I really thought it was going to stick to... Oh, there we go. I was looking for my brush. Stick to the plastic wrap. But it's okay. It's fine. Okay. I think while I'm waiting while they bake, I'm going to refresh my starter. Because he's definitely hungry. And I don't want no beef. I don't want no problems. I do not want that type of energy right now. So we'll do that. And then that way, I know that I've done it. And I got to do it. Technically, I do it daily, but I give him at least 2 days before I refresh. These are smelling good already. They really are. So I'm going to put this in. I'm not going to brush it yet. Okay. That's in the oven. That's fine. In the clear. Timer is set for 25 minutes. We're going to refresh this big boy. And I also want to say, if you are new, we are back here tomorrow for another sourdough episode. We're doing 7 days of sourdough. So you just need to vote for what you want to see me make. Or you can suggest anything that you want to see. And it will definitely happen at some point. It will. Now let's get into the fun of Fred, okay? Fred is bougie. Is that a spider? Listen, I can't deal with summer bugs. I cannot. I can't. Fred is very bougie, okay? And this bougie man does not like a dirty container. So after about 3 changes, his container gets cleaned because he will not. Okay? He will not grow. He will not do it. And I'm silly because I usually mix. This is what I do. I don't know if it's a no no or it's frowned upon, but I do it. So for my starter, it's about 250 grams. And I use pretty much any amount for this one, but I mix the actual starter with some of the discard because at this point my discard is a starter, if we're going to be honest. So sometimes it's half and half, sometimes it's like, yeah, this is what it looks like on the inside, right? I'm just refreshing this because we have something in the oven. We're just waiting. So yeah, so it's about 250 grams. So if this is 200, right now that's about 200 grams. I tend to add about 50 grams or so of the discard just to mix. It's been working so far for me. When I make breads with the actual starter, I have no issues. So it's been working. And they're both active. One just has a stronger soured flavor, which is the discard, because it's just been sitting here, right? And then what I would do, which is why I'm never running out of discard ever, I completely combine the remainder into my discard. And I guess that's how you have a discard. But because it's been a couple of months, my discard, honestly, is a full blown starter because he's super active all the time. And I try my best to clean the container. Is it necessary? It may not be. But this is just what I try to do because I've refreshed a number of times using different like methods. So I know which one I like, which one works for my starter, which one he likes. Because if you don't like it, I'm telling you right now, okay? This bougie boy will tell me. And then I kind of just, because it's been at room temperature, it's nice and soft and pliable. I mix. I bring the bottom up, send the top down so that it's always kind of like first in, first out, just to get it mixed in well. The flavors are all distributed. It's equally sour. Really, so that's why I do it. But Frederica, maybe we take her out this week if she behaves. But I want to make a dent in this discard because with almost daily feedings, I can never make enough of anything. So yeah. So right now it's liquidy, which is fine. But there's a lot of air pockets and air bubbles. So I know it's active. And when you're refreshing, from my experience, even if you go a little over your amount, right now I'm sitting at 263 and my discard amount should be 250. I find that it doesn't do any damage, but that's just with my findings, right? Of course, that one would have to be that way. Oh my goodness. I'm about to show you these hockey pucks, okay? Of course. Y'all know the one that was marked is the one that's doing the most right now, right? I cannot. Oh. I honestly try to get as much out because, and I think I'm going to change my container. Instead of having one that has like a little spout, I need one that just doesn't have any grooves. Because this one gets dirty fast. I'm telling you, this child of mine does not like being dirty. But that's okay. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. This is going to go into the fridge. And when I say I clean it up, I do an extensive like clean of the sides. I use my bowl scraper, get the sides clean. Just because one, I don't like when it looks messy. There we go. As a personal preference. And two, it just makes it easier to see how well the starter is growing. So I'm just going to rotate. Oh, that's a beautiful color. I wonder if I should cut it to release some pressure. I'm not. I was just thinking maybe I should cut it to release. I didn't. But if there's a lot of buildup, it will find a way to release if it's from the bottom or the top. That's another thing. I normally cut. I don't know why I didn't cut. Probably wasn't paying attention. So here we go. That amount is a lot more, but it's fine. So for my water, I usually use warm water. I've tested it out with cold water. For me, warm water just works better for me because yeast likes warmth and it just works better. So it's about 190 grams. So 250 grams of starter. There's about 190 grams of water. And then I mix it together. Because I find it is easier to add the flour into this rather than mixing the flour and the discard together. I find like you will just get lumps. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, but I just like doing it this way. So as you can see, everything is fully incorporated. No real lumps, no issues, which is fine. And then we're going to add 375 grams of flour. The dough is looking really nice out there. It really is. I'm really wondering if I should slice. Yeah, one of them is popping out at the bottom. Okay, 375 grams of flour. This is all-purpose flour. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm going to wake up one day and my starter is going to go kaput, right? But then I was like, but I have a backup in the fridge. like all I have to do is just feed it. That's like 375? Yeah. There we go. And my starter is a hard starter. It's stiff. It's not. I've seen some people's starter that's really runny. But mine is usually firm. Like you get a nice dough. But also depending on the weather, if we're going to be honest. If it's really warm, it might be soft, but it's never runny. It's never runny. Hello. Hi, Taha. How you doing? So this is what I mean. Like it's a super stiff. It's a stiff enough dough. This is why I never have any spoons. I keep pulling out one and using another. But for this, I like to, sometimes I go in with my hand, but I want to make sure I get even the ones on the side, like just leave no man behind. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I like to do. No one gets left behind. Everything is like used where I can use it, and we're good. Now, I don't know if people frown upon using your hand on your starter. Whoops. I tell you, I don't listen to instructions. It's the hardest thing for me to do sometimes. So this is my starter. This is Fred right here. Okay. So we're gonna plop him in, press him down. We're making that's good, that's good. We're making sweet potato bread with our sourdough starter. We're trying to make it because it's doing the most, but I think we've been successful so far. It looks like it's coming together. They smell amazing right now, honestly. It was a bit of a struggle. We had a little bit of a struggle in the beginning, but I'm actually happy because I smell them right now. I'm going to take it out to rotate because I smell them. So I know the little ones, I'm pretty sure the little ones are done. Or at least trying to be done. Yeah. They just need some color. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. 1 second. Okay, the starter's done. We're gonna put him off to the side. And I'm going to add some, I need a big kitchen. My house has to have a big kitchen, because what? We're gonna add some butter to these. See, this is the one that we started with. Why is this a hockey puck? Jeez. But they're soft, right? They're very soft. I just want to get some color. I really wish that we had the brighter flesh sweet potato because it would have actually, this would have been yellow. It would have been perfect. Honestly, it really would have been. So they're done. I'll tell you about my oven, boy. I know they're done. I'm gonna butter up this one. I didn't cut them or anything to release any kind of pressure or anything. I'm gonna put this on broil so it can get some color. This is the one I was worried about the most. It really was. Because this one is the one, whew, this gave us some trouble. We got a nice little rise. Doesn't look like a hockey puck. So it's not bad. It's just the color. I'm just looking for color now. That's really what I'm looking for. But to be fair, if you wanted to, before they bake, brush it with some water, that's also a way of getting color. You can brush it with sugar water. That's also a way of getting color. I didn't do any of that today because we're just doing a straight bake to see what it looks like, it's gonna look very pale. I'm just telling you right now. It's gonna even look underbaked, but it's not. Okay. So to get color, brush it with um a little bit of sugar water. It will give you, if you brush it with sugar water, it will definitely give you a nice skin, brown skin that will give you the color that most of us are looking for when we bake bread, right? Just a suggestion. I didn't do it because I wasn't thinking about that. Why I wasn't thinking about that? Because this dough already caused me too much stress. This dough's been stressing me out since we started. But I know it's going to be it's going to be delicious. It is. I'm just buttering it again. The big one especially. Because if anything, that needs to have nice color. Man, put it on broil. Get some color going. I'm stressed. I'm so stressed out. I'm stressed. But they are soft. They are very soft. Yeah. The little buns, they're soft. They popped out at the bottom to relieve some pressure. So I know it's tight. It's tight. It's very tight. But that's okay. But I know it's soft. We're not going to complain about it being tough or anything. It might not look good to some people, but I know it's going to taste good. I can guarantee that it's going to taste good because they are super soft. They're just not getting the color I know I want. But they're getting it. They're definitely getting it. It's going to take some time and patience. Got some nice color. And adding the butter is just added flavor. Now, my butter is not salted because this is homemade butter and I did not put salt in my butter. But if you use salted butter, that's just an added plus. They smell amazing though. They really do. I can smell a bit of the tang in it from the sourdough. But they smell good. I smell the potato as well. Surprisingly. Because I don't think that was a lot of potato in the actual recipe. So it should be good. Let me just wash my hands. And then we are going to take it out and I can show you the buns. Because they'll be good. And if you see me go in multiple times again, I have a hot spot in my oven. It's necessary to do in order to get like even color and stuff like that. It's very necessary. So if you're just joining, we are doing sourdough sweet potato bread, made rolls and around. It's been stressful, okay? But this is a sourdough series. We have it coming up tomorrow. Vote for what you want to see so that I can get myself ready, prepped, and we're good to go. And yeah, we're going to be doing this series for the next couple of days until Saturday. Saturday should be the last day. So just, come join the fun, have a chat, teach me something about sourdough because I'm not an expert chef. I'm not. I'm learning as I go. Okay. I got a little, a little more color, which is good. They're not burnt. They're just colored. That's it. Yeah, see, this is what I mean about my hot spot. Like, do you see one side? Like, do you see it? That's what I mean. My oven definitely has that issue. So I'm gonna take the little ones, the little guys out. I'm gonna keep the big guy in. We just have a little under a minute or so. For the dough. But this is it. Not a lot of color. I mean, the color's at the bottom. It's not burnt. I'll put that out there. It's not. Okay? That's character. Okay? You're welcome. That's what you call character. And that's a hill I will die on. It's character. Okay. So these are the mini rolls. I'm going to let it cool down just for a little bit and then try to break it, try to taste it while we're here. But I hope it works. Because, I mean, this is a hockey puck. This is the first one. All these others, listen, the crumb structure looks good. I just don't know what it's going to look like. I know it's going to taste good. I really just don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how it's going to look cut. The big one, we're not going to see cut today. You'll probably see it cut tomorrow. Because I want to make sure it's cooled 100% before I cut it. Because I don't want any kind of problems in my life. Okay? I don't. But honestly, they don't look bad. I want more color, but I didn't brush it or baste it with anything, but they don't look bad. They have a little golden color, as you can see. That's really because of the sweet potato. So if you use like a really bright American sweet potato, like the flesh is like bright pink or whatever the color is, orange, whatever it is, this would be a different color. Mine just didn't have that color and that strength in it, right? But it's soft. I just don't want it to be soft and gooey. And we might have that issue. The only reason why I know that we might have that issue is because I know what to look for when I touch baked bread. It'll be good. It just has to cool before you even open it or touch it. I just don't want it to be gummy. It might be. Am I mad? No. It's an experiment. It works. We're going to figure it out. This one is tightly wound up. I'm just trying to make it get a little more color. Because that's what I want. But the dough itself is soft. It smells nice. We shouldn't have an issue. I'm just getting out a little more butter. Just a little more. Well, honestly, I think it's fine. I know it's fine. Okay. All right, this just goes back in. For added color. Listen, I'm stressed, okay? All right, I can finally touch it. It didn't bounce back. It left a hole. It's still too hot. I don't know. I'm so used to my doughs bouncing back, honestly. But it's soft. Like it's soft to the touch. Like, okay, this one did bounce back slightly. It's soft to the touch, but it's still very, very hot. And if you know anything about bread, if it's still very, very hot, it'll be very gummy on the inside, and you don't want to do that. That's just going to ruin your bread. It's going to ruin everything. So, like when they serve you hot dinner rolls, sometimes it's not fresh out of the oven. Sometimes they baked it fresh that day, and then it's reheated or warmed in the oven. Sometimes, not all the time. I'm just waiting for the big one. That's why I'm just standing around here, just, stressing myself out. But it's okay. Okay, so this is the big guy. It got a little more color, right? But you can see the unevenness. This side is a little darker than that side because of the hot spot in my oven, right? This is soft. I have high hopes. I do. I do have hopes. I do have high hopes for it. So I'm gonna, and as you can see, because I didn't cut the top, it released its pressure right here. That's usually what happens. Now this guy has been worked, overworked, used and abused to get this beautiful loaf. It's been a struggle, but it's okay. This one I'm not cutting today. This one I'll cut for you guys tomorrow so you can see on the live tomorrow. But these mini guys, yeah, it's good. It's just still hot. Like, so this is what the crumb structure would look like, but it's still very, very warm, right? So it's good crumb structure, but because of the warmth, it's gummy. Any hot bread would be that way. I'm just gonna try it. Oh, it's soft. I like it. It's very soft. Once it cools, it'll be good. I got the sweet potato as well. I would add a little more salt to bring out the flavor. Honestly, I would turn this whole thing into a dessert bread. Add more sugar, add spices. Mm-hmm. It's good. I like bread. So when I have a good bread, I know. Mm-hmm. It's good. Tomorrow when you come back, I'm gonna cut this one for you guys. So we'll both see what it looks like once it's completely cooled. The buns, I'm not disappointed. I just know I need more salt. Raisin would probably be really good here because it just tastes like that type of bread that you just have a little raisin, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, like really spice it up. It'll be good. Okay. So that is it. I'm gonna end it here. Although we did a lot of work with this bread, I think it was successful. Okay. It came out. The crumb structure is good. The bread is just really hot, so you're not gonna see the full scope. It's very delicious and flavorful. I like it. We come back here tomorrow. We're gonna have another video. I'm not sure what the winner is just yet. So once the live is done, I'll find out what we're making for tomorrow. But it's a 7-day sourdough series. This is day number 2. This is our sweet potato sourdough bread, right? We tried to make a pan bread, didn't work, so I had to remix it to make a loaf, like a boule. fine. We made little round ones. They're good. They're just really hot, so they're gummy, but the texture itself is good. I got little air pockets in here, as you can see. That's good. The flavor's there, the sweet potatoes there. All good. Everything is good. So thanks everyone for joining. Those of you who stuck with me from the beginning, thank you. I appreciate it. All of you that are joining now, thank you. Vote for what you want to see, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. We're here again at 10:30. Okay, so that is it for now, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye.